Welcome, Warriors of Infinite. This is our first Wizard Talk. Today is March 19th, 2025. My name is Walt. I'm the founder, lead designer, and master wizard here at Infinite, where we transform fitness into a fantasy role playing game adventure where you can transform your life by playing a game. What's better than that? I'm joined with two of our wizards and our new warrior. I'm joined with Olya, who is our Operation Sorceress. Say hello, Olya.
Hello, hello.
And I'm also joined with Jasper, who is our Tribal Chief and Barbarian Wizard. Say what's up.
What up?
And on video, we got our new professional anime connoisseur and new warrior of Infinite.
hmm hmm
Damian, say what's up.
I
Today's topic of discussion is just going to be about things you might not know about Infinite. So, if this is your first time diving into Infinite, you can visit our website at infiniterpg.com. That's INFITNITE RPG.com. Again, there'll be links wherever you're viewing this. And I'm going to start off first with the name Infinite and our logo as far as our warrior symbol. So I'm gonna actually share my screen here, and I'm gonna share a deep cut, something that you do not know about Infinite, possibly. So something that I've always gotten over the years, because we launched Infinite back in 2021. So that's one thing you might not know is that Infinite is about 4 years old now, and growing, which I am so happy we even made it to this point. It has been a journey, to say the least. But the biggest thing I always gotten asked was, what the hell does the T mean? Like, what's it there for? Do you guys have any guesses?
Hold on.
So no one knows.
um training transformation. Mm.
Good guess.
I thought it was there just to be like all catchy and stuff, but now that you asked, I'm like, hold on. Why is the tea gold? Hmm.
Olya, any guesses?
Um, well, we had to have the fit for fitness in our name for continuity. So that's my guess, but it's pronounced with like a silent T. A lot of people stumble on this, so I really think this is excellent for you to clarify.
Well, I will say Damon was the closest. But I
Nice.
will also say there's a little bit of a play on words with fit in the name, right?
hmm
Mhm.
However, the T actually has two forms of symbolism. One, it's a silent T, hidden, right? But the primary symbolism is transformation. That's the key thing. It's silent, hidden transformation within.
Okay.
And it's supposed to symbolize that transformation that is unlocked and that potential that's unlocked by playing Infinite.
Mm.
So that's pretty much that symbol of the T. And it was funny when I first came up with the name, you know, at first I was just trying to combine infitnit. So it was kind of like infitnit. And then I was like, "Ah, it doesn't sound cool." So it kind of became just infinite over time. And then I realized, well, the T kind of has a lot of deep symbolism, so why not just emphasize the T but make it silent? So that's where we came up with that kind of boom, right in the center, T for transformation. Bonus thing that you might not know is the warrior symbol to the left. There's actually three hidden symbolic things about this logo. Can anyone name one of them?
Well, the dragon is an infinite symbol.
Of
Infinity, the Mugen symbol.
which represents
Us,
Forever growth.
infinite gains,
you got it.
growth.
Infinite growth. You got it. In other words, it's the never-ending journey or the endless potential that you have, right? There's no ceiling, there's no cap to what you can achieve and what you can accomplish. So that's one of them. What about the dragon? Any guesses? Damian's like, man, your gears
Well,
are
I mean, I think about like Shenron from Dragon Ball Z. Totally unrelated, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the mythical beast. Like it's in any anime that's isekai or any type of adventure anime
Yeah.
game. It's like that top tier, mythical beast that everybody's trying to slay, and it has a sword going through it. So I don't know. I'm lost on this one, but it's yeah. I mean,
all you're all on the right track, I'll say that. Any other guesses? Olya?
The dragon is the I don't want to say demons because we have monsters, we have demons in Infinite, but I want to say that the dragon is some symbolism around the demons and struggles and pains and whatnot that we have to slay on our journeys in Infinite.
That's a really, really good guess. In a way, yes. Same thing with Damian. The symbolism that you can find inside of a lot of animes and Japanese culture, it's actually symbolizes mastery.
I was about to say, dragons are wise, right? Like they live for thousands of years. They
They're
have this
eternal.
wisdom. Yeah, and they master everything. Okay.
And I want to
So
change slay to tame because I don't want to slay the dragon. I want to tame and master the dragon.
yes, and in a way, we have to slay our inner dragons in a way. And those inner dragons could be symbolic of demons or darkness, right? So all of you are kind of like on the right track, but yeah, I mean that's at least how I interpreted that inside of our logo, but there's one more big thing, another Easter egg. These are all kind of like Easter eggs in a way.
Is it the sword?
You got it. What's the sword mean?
So is it like King Arthur? He pulls the sword from the stone.
Yup, which is
Uh, well, he becomes the king, right? And from the sword.
which is
So
technically
obtaining
the blank
epitome of
of his journey,
end,
beginning,
beginning. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
right?
Beginning of the
When
journey.
you're
Yeah,
first
as king.
wielding the sword, that's represents the beginning of your journey as a warrior, right? When you first wield the sword, the
Yeah.
power, right? The and you commit to the journey of unlocking your potential, which is why it's going through the dragon, right? Because it's that infinite growth journey surrounded by lifelong mastery, which is the dragon.
Nice.
Ah.
There you go. And that's pretty much my Easter eggs. And trust me, I got plenty. I could do a whole hour long lecture just on things you might not know. But I'm gonna leave it off at that. Is the T in Infinite is the for transformation, and the dragon, the sword, and the infinity is also very symbolic as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that because it's really important, especially when you are, going into your combat quests, when you're logging into our apps, when you're seeing our marketing and our advertising, just knowing why we're here and our story of really helping everyone create their story, right? And take it to the next level. It's all meaningful and it all means something. So yeah.
Mhm.
Who wants to go next? Who
And
wants to
we're
go next?
just sharing what our favorite parts about Infinite or things that others don't know about it, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, mine is like, I can go next. And mine is kind of twofold. Mine is both one of my favorite things and what others might not know. So, one of my very favorite things is our monthly tournaments. So, we have all sorts of different tournaments at Infinite, and I find them incredibly inspiring. Um, you get to see what everybody's up to. There is so much activity day to day, and I'm inspired literally every single day to do something and be my best self. And the Lady Warriors, shout out to all the Lady Warriors that are topping our tournament lists right now. Um, I'm encouraged, inspired, and in awe with them all the time. I'm so proud, honestly, to see their progress, to see them transform in so many different ways. Um, yeah, it like makes my heart happy, honestly, to see them do their thing.
Hell yeah. Is there any particular tournament that you're like, man, I'm killing it in this one, or I'm happy to see all the other Lady Warriors crushing it?
Right now, it's the combat PR tournament that the ladies are still crushing.
Mm.
Um, that's amazing. Every time they do their training sessions, their combat sessions, they're getting PRs and they're topping the leaderboards in that.
And just to clarify, PR is personal record,
Personal record. Yep.
and that could be either increasing in resistance or weight during your workout. It could be increasing reps. It could be also increasing volume or even time if you're doing some timed exercise. So lots of ways to hit PRs, and there are a lot of ladies hitting PRs, which is just to piggyback what you're saying is that, most women don't do enough weight training and resistance training. So the fact that number
True.
one, we have a lot of lady warriors who are doing weight training is awesome alone. But the fact that they're progressing and improving and also staying engaged and having fun in these tournaments and getting a little push to show up is also really, really big too. So,
Yeah. And honestly, just in the day and age we live now with social media, there's more women in the weight room than ever. And that's an awesome thing to see.
and there needs to be much more, many, many more, over 9,000 to be specific.
Specifically over 1,000. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah, tournaments. Tournaments are something that I think a lot of people don't know about, and a lot of people don't participate in unless you're an athlete or you're, you know, participating in some type of competitive sport, right? Um, I know, Damian, you competed in powerlifting and you wanted to dabble in stepping on stage in bodybuilding, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've never competed in powerlifting, but I mean,
Oh,
um, I've done like the squat tober, stuff like that, um, with the gym and with I think it was like 25 people, competing with PRs for that. Yeah, I've always wanted to dabble in bodybuilding. I love the classic physique. Jasper knows this too, and I love
Yeah.
posing. But yeah, very competitive. I think that's one thing missing from the society is competitiveness. All these participation trophies are not the
Mm.
deal.
Right.
no, especially
First
during
place.
January time, right?
Yeah.
Too too many trophies going out.
Yeah.
On that note, yeah, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us your background in training and why you decided to become a warrior and get involved with Infinite.
Yeah. So I'm Damian Curtis. I was in Navy from 2013 to 2017. I started my journey in the Navy in 2013. So 12 years now of fitness. Love it. Fitness and nutrition, I should say. I've been eating pretty healthy for 12 years now. I was a personal trainer for 4 of those years from 2021 to 2025. Uh, love training people. Love helping society get into a better place, better mindset, um, better all around, right? We see the statistics for the health in society, and it is sad to see, right?
Mhm.
So just trying to, like RFK Jr. is doing, just trying to get all those processed foods out of our system, those seed oils, get our diet better, and then just working out, moving our body, not being sitting all the time for 12 hours a day. But yeah, I love fitness, I love health, and I became a warrior. So when I moved to Texas in June, I it was hard to find a job. I was out of a job for about 6 months, almost 8 months, and I had to work out at just the little housing facility gym. And as people know, there's limited equipment. There was like two machines and dumbbells went up to 70 pounds. And after lifting for 12 years, I hit some pretty heavy weight. And to maintain the muscle and strength and size with 70-pound dumbbells is pretty hard. So I lost quite a bit of size. And I wouldn't say I lost a lot of strength, but I did lose a lot of muscle endurance. And I'm probably like maybe 60% strength now, being back in a real gym after a month. Um, but yeah, becoming a warrior just to show my progress of what happens when life hits you, right? And then getting back to where you were and then surpassing that limit of where you were, right? I'm 32 years old. Um, a lot of people make excuses of age. I just want to show them like I'm not old by any means at all. I'm not old at all. But 30 years old, everybody, a lot of our generation at 30, they're like, oh, I'm 30, my back hurts, et cetera, sciatica pain, all
Everything goes
this.
downhill,
Yeah.
quotation
And I'm
marks.
like, bro, our peak is in our 30s. We're in our, look at LeBron. I mean, he's a freak of nature and he's also 40 something. But look at these athletes in their 30s, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they also take care of their bodies, they work out religiously, they do the right stuff. They also have millions of dollars to, work on their body also. But besides the point, if you do take care of your body, do the right stuff, and everything, longevity can happen. And I love Infinite's philosophy as we just went over. My whole goal is longevity and symmetry. We talk about the bodybuilding aspect, symmetry. I want every part of my body to look great, right?
Mhm.
If I'm holding my son up in the air, they're going to be like, "Oh, nice triceps," but they're also going to be like, "Oh man, his quads and hammies, look at him glutes," right?
Yeah.
But
Glutes.
yeah, symmetry is my goal, and then longevity. I want to be able to run around on my family compound one day, and I'm the great 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 grandpa. Now my great great grandkids, running around playing with the sheep or whatever we have on the compound at the time. So I don't want to be old. I deal with right now I'm in a healthcare industry for Medicare. So I deal with a lot of Medicare beneficiaries that are 65 and up getting Medicare. And the amount of problems they come to me and talk about is it's saddening. So I don't want to be one of them old people, right? I don't want to have to deal with Medicare and the government and all that. So that's a little bit about me, and I'm glad Walt and Jasper and Olya invited me on here and into Infinite, and I'm glad to get started and show everybody what's possible.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for sharing that. And
Really happy to have you.
That was great.
yeah, I guess
Yes.
a question that I have for you is what's one thing that you didn't know about Infinite that you found out or discovered after you joined?
You're meaning on your logo. Um, the T, I like that. I mean, I didn't guess it right. I said training transformation, but then you said it was transformation, but um, had a a clue of it. But the logo, that's dope. The whole process behind it. I know you're a big gamer. You love anime. We also talked about mono, and I gave you a whole list and everything. So I
Yes.
just love your whole mindset on the whole thing on it. I've been gaming since I was in diapers, basically, and been watching anime since in diapers. So this whole concept of fitness, gaming, anime, etc., just are nerds, and then fitness coming together. It's awesome, especially when we look at pro gamers and we see their physical shape, and we're like,
Hmm.
we need to step that up, brother. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's awesome. Love it. But the logo is my answer.
Hey, okay. Love it. Love it. Well, thanks for sharing that, Damian. Warrior
Hmm.
Damian of the dungeon, I should say.
Yeah.
Jasper, hit us with a little bit about your. I mean, first of all, let's just share what you do here. I think that's important for people to know as
So, to everyone watching, so I'm Jasper. So, I'm the uh, the enforcer of the culture of Infinite. So, I'm a tribal chief, right? So, what that means is it's my responsibility to uphold the standards of what it's like to be a warrior, right? And to be a warrior is to play the game of Infinite. And you're probably wondering, like, well, how do you play it? Like, what's it like playing it? Well, playing Infinite, just kind of imagine it this way. Um, it's a gamified version of a daily conquest to be the best version of yourself, right? So imagine the mantra of Mamba mentality, but you gamified it and you turned yourself into this avatar based on what your goals are. So for me, I'm a barbarian, right? Muscle building, show off the muscles on stage. So that's my avatar, right? And that's my job is to uphold that standard and to make sure everyone is on point, but everyone also gets the help that they deserve, like no matter what. And to know that like they not only have my support, but the support of all the other warriors.
well said. I honestly probably couldn't have said it better myself. It seems like you know your role very well and you know why you're here. Um, Especially as the man of many titles, I should say. First
Yeah,
barbarian,
right. Yeah.
warrior, who has stepped on stage on after playing Infinite and has won his competition. So
Yeah. Um, Playing Infinite has like changed my life because I've been playing it for how long now? 5 years, 4 or 5 years, or was it longer? I mean,
yeah,
before I became a wizard, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I started out as like a warrior, like some of you that are watching right now. I started off as a warrior. Um, I did things my way for a long time. Obviously, they were wrong. And then I had a coach before, taught me all the wrong things about how to train and how to recover and so on and so forth, right? And then I just did my own thing. failed on stage miserably. It was bad. Um, and I came at a crossroads. Like I'm like, okay, I better seek help, or I'm just gonna go down this road of failure. Then I'm just gonna give up, and then I'm gonna be so bitter
Mm.
towards people who have been successful, right? That's just human nature. So, I reached out to Walt, I became a warrior and everything. And through the years, being a warrior and being coached, which we call the sanctum now, has helped me become a better person. Not just because someone was holding me accountable, but the fact that like I had to navigate through my own personal challenges, like anxiety, a little bit of depression, a little bit of like self-doubt and some ADHD, right? And being a warrior and having developed like my skills through the intellect skills has helped me tremendously with my mental health, right? And so now, um, intellect, my mental health is probably like my strongest skill.
Amazing.
Incredible. Wow.
Love it.
You went deep, man.
Yeah, I mean, because I want the people who are going to watch this to know that like this is a lot deeper than just transforming your body and feeling good about how you look. I mean, don't get me wrong, we all want to do that, but what's going to take you the furthest is your development spiritually, mentally, and emotionally.
Mm.
And you can do that here, and you can do it while you're playing a video game in real life.
That's beautiful. And you know what I realized after you shared that? What you might not know about Infinite is the stories behind the people who play it. Like you, Jasper, right? Your
Yeah,
story of how you got involved here is something that people don't know. And it might not necessarily be as, obvious like the logo, like for example, with hidden meaning. What matters the most is your stories, especially your story, Damian, right? Your story of coming back, you're essentially reawakening, right? And becoming a a better version of yourself that you want to strive to become, right? And surpass your past self, right? And Jasper, you had to go through that journey of self-discovery and really controlling your ego and really understanding, hey, I need to accept my mistakes, I need to accept help, and I need to, do the right things in order to become this better version of myself. So, that's beautiful. That's amazing. And Olya, I want to give you the space to kind of share your background as well to finish up the discussion here. So we all can kind of come in and tell our stories of things you might not know about Infinite because Infinite is everyone here on the call. That's what Infinite is all the warriors. So please share.
Well, mine, I can relate a lot to Jasper on doing my own thing, but not getting to where I wanted to be on my own, which led me to needing to get help. Um, but it was difficult to accept help because like my ego was getting in the way. Yeah, primarily ego. I was like, well, I can figure it out on my own. I can watch YouTube videos. There's so many different resources online that I can use. I can buy some programs from Fitfluencers and stuff like that. I did so much of that and I still was spinning my wheels and not getting anywhere. I couldn't see my own blind spots. And I think that is the greatest thing that I got out of Infinite is having somebody help me see my own blind spots. And that's what led me to grow the most. Um, but then I got involved. Walt and I started working together, and it became about everybody else. And I guess the journey became less about me, even though I'm still a warrior. I still use all of Infinite systems every day. Now my main driver is the people, the women. Um, Watching them, helping them, and just seeing them become the better versions of themselves is the thing that I care about the most and the thing that I talk about every single day. And I think attest.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He froze.
There you are. You're back. The thing
All
that
right.
you want the most.
Was I frozen? Because it seemed like Walt was frozen, but I guess I was the one frozen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what was the last thing that I said?
The thing that
That you
you
guys heard?
the thing that you want or love the most.
Oh, did you guys hear what I was talking about, like the lady warriors and like just
Uh-huh.
caring the most about what their transformations and like literally all I talk about every day is just seeing all I want is for people to be the best versions of themselves. And then I said, I think Walt can attest to that, hearing me cheer them on and talk about that all day, every day.
Oh yeah, always.
Love it. Love it.
Always.
Yeah. So it like really became about them than me, even though I still use all the systems every day and will forever.
That's literally the definition of infinite, right?
Forever.
And I guess that also kind of brings me to another bonus Easter egg of something you might not know about infinite is that you are infinite, right? You are infinite and we are infinite, right? We would not even be here if it wasn't for everyone who had that belief in themselves that they can be infinite, right? Their potential can be surpassed, right? And there is an opportunity for transformation mentally, physically, spiritually, right? Um, it's a collective experience, but at the same time, it's a solo, lifelong journey. And I think that's the beauty of what we have here. And it's these conversations that are going to be so humbling when we look back on them. It's going to be so humbling, you know, bringing this up again and then just, seeing, you know, all your faces here and then seeing the people who are behind the scenes who are watching this, like in the future. This is going to be incredible because I'm gonna highlight this because this is a very, very special thing that we just started here, our community chats, because I have a vision of this being so big that we are gonna have to like segment this by like class or we might have to do a barbarian chat, might have to do an orc chat, might have to do a who knows, like we might have
Right.
might have to have dedicated people doing these chats. So um yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this.
This one.
Does anyone want to add to this conversation? Anything else?
Um, well, I mean, I've already said my piece, man. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta tune in next week.
Exactly. Next week, we'll let everyone know what the topic is going to be about next week. Again, we're going to get community feedback. Once this is out, I'm going to be, collecting the feedback, seeing what questions might come up so we can actually have um, a more specific conversation. Hopefully about whether that's training, nutrition, mindset, gamification, or even just casual chat about gaming, whatever that may be, we are open to having those discussions. Of course, we would love to see more of you warriors here in the chat. Again, you do not
Yep.
have to be a player currently at Infinite. If you are, great. If not, that's fine too. This is a great opportunity to get to know us, the creators, the designers, the players, and the people who are passionate about fitness and gaming. So feel free to join us. We're going to be doing this as of right now on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. So if anything changes, of course, we're going to let everyone know on our channels on Facebook, as well as our newsletters. And of course, if you want to get more involved and you want to begin your transformation journey, again, feel free to visit our website, reach out to us personally, complete the trials and create your avatar, and yeah, see if Infinite is the path for you, and to see if this is now is the best time and the right timing for you to take action and become a warrior. So all that being said, this is Master Wizard Walt, founder, lead designer, Master Wizard of Infinite. This is our weekly community wizard chats, and we'll be back next week on a new topic. Have a little bit more fun.
Hmm.
All right, guys.
All
Well,
right.
peace out.
Peace.
Till next week.